Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright! But yes, how's it going, everybody? We're going to do the next case in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Rise from the Ashes. I was surprised that there was more to this than what I thought last time. But yeah, what's going on, Arthur, CV, Rodrigo, Ferniexu, Croissant? Alright, so let's begin with episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. Alright, let's see how this goes. Phoenix says this is going to be a cool and hard case. Let's see. I mean, Phoenix, I do have an archive channel. All my streams are archived on my YouTube archive channel. Holy crap, someone's about to get wait, what? 2 different what? Hold on, I'm already confused. 2 stabbings in 2 different buildings already? Was that the Blue Badger? Oh, it's a woman this time. Oh, this one's gonna be a doozy. Why are there knives? There's always knives. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. Knives as emoticons. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. But which one? The one that did the murder or a different one? But here we are at the law offices. Let's do it! Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Wait, is that that's not Maya! Who is this? What's this happy cheering music? Where have you been? My sister's trial's tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney Mia Fey. Oh. I am a guy, right? Do I look like a Mia? You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey is no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? That's right, at your service. I'm Phoenix Wright, I'm defense attorney. Right. Oh, she's adorable. She's adorable. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. Or was it? Maybe this is a different take. Edgeworth was murdered a long time ago. That's how the case ended. That's a relief then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? So why so late today? No, CB, the thing is that I didn't get back home until like 2 hours ago. I was away at a friend's place after Endgame, stayed over for the night, then I had to do chores. So, and yeah, Endgame, I had to recover from that. The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Oh, that... Phoenix's brain is shook right now. Shook! Oh, Maya? How did I like Endgame? Ooh, Endgame. So good, but don't want to talk about it. Spoilers, that's why. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Oh, she really gleamed up right there. Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Hold on, I gotta check on my boy Charlie. Endgame is a trip, Alex, I know. Mia's playing Charlie. I've been taking care of him in Maya's absence. Okay, we've been taking care of Charlie. Charlie is fine, everybody. There's a poster of the Steel Samurai on the wall. Maya stuck it up here on the day that she left. I didn't have the heart to take it down. I do sometimes get strange looks from the clients, though. Yes, I do support the Steel Samurai, my hero. Looks like it's cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. I hear they're planning a second branch outside the city. Yes, the bellboy was staring right at me. The bellboy and me. Oh no! Difficult looking legal books stand in a formidable row, they still mock me. I tried reading one and it made my head hurt. In this case, I'm gonna do some... When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand and my foot hurt too. We're gonna do some cool things, Vernix. Alex, Charlie will never die, okay? We gotta dust off that desk though. But hold on, before we start, we gotta show Emma our attorney's badge. I love we can show that. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. You're the first one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Charlie dies in Infinity War. Charlie, no! Spoilers! Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'll give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Wait, he's not selling his badge yet? What does that mean? I'm not selling my badge yet. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? Dust off the dust because 50% is gone. Now the other half is gone too. No, it's just, you seem kinda jumpy or maybe just young? Young? How young is she? Wait, why do I have Edgeworth for my profile? I didn't see him yet. She's sick. Well, she's the same age as Maya. She's a high school junior and self-styled a scientific investigator. I'll be 16 years old this year. Wait, it says she's 16 right now. So she's 15. What? No, come on. Is she 15 or she's 16? My profile says 16. She says she'll be 16. Hey, Siebes, you should be a scientific investigator. You'll meet Phoenix Wright. Oh, I see. Wait. Same. 16-year-olds in my stream. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, what if there's an odd number of people in the world? Well, Alex, one person is gonna be split in half after that snap. Just split in half, and still be alive. I guess you called me an 11th grader, but I'm ready to do my job at my age no less. Create another future professional in training. Just like Maya. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She would do it with a pair of scissors, but not a knife. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? She's been gone a long time. Phoenix, you ask yourself, why aren't you sleeping right now? I don't know, why aren't you sleeping right now? By the way, do you see the badges on her little jacket? On her lab coat, do you see the buttons right there? One's like, oh! Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. A bit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. I guess I should go down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Everything's good with me, tomboy. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school. That's pretty cool. It's already midnight for you, Phoenix? Wow, 6 hours ahead, aren't ya? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Arthur, lower your quality. I'm gonna type it right now. Lower your quality, Arthur. Arthurino. How about that? Does that work out? Huh? Well... Actually, when she gets like she is now, I kinda hate her. Huh? Sister hatred? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Ugh. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get moving on, shall we? Detention center. Let's go see her sister. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. Oh, look, a host of Reno. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, Oh, this must be her sister. Guard, I thought I told you I don't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want a raise this year, Even in jail, she's giving out raises? Like, I want the best jail cell or else you're fired! Understood, ma'am. Oh, you're not really used to Twitch? Yeah. If it's ever lagging, I did this at the lowest quality settings as I can without making people lag. Oh no! She has no face! But yeah, mess with the quality, maybe lower it a bit on your end, maybe it'll work. Hi, Lane. Hi, Lena. I think it's Lena, right? Lena or Lana? Lena. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Your time is format 24 hours. Ah, the 24-hour format, yes.
Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay?
It's to you, 12:18. I thought you said AM. You said AM earlier.
But your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Hey, how do you know me? Oh, so it's noon right now. It's not midnight for you, it's noon.
Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit.
She's very cute. Sorry, what exactly is it that you do?
My name is Lena Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district.
Whoa, she's the chief prosecutor?
Ah.
Is that 360p and you... Well, if you think you're still a little behind, there's always a stream delay. Just not a long stream delay, I hope. Should be about like 3 to 5 seconds, I think. 2 sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lena, I mean, they're just like Maya and Mia.
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
I don't think so, but hold on, everybody. We gotta smile for the camera. As always. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's frozen in fear of the frigid Miss Lena. I'm feeling a bit chilly myself. Alright, so Lena, listen to me. Look at my badge.
Your badge looks new.
I polish it daily. He does.
In a few years, the gold plating will flake off.
360p or lower? Is my stream really that bad? I mean, if there was an issue this whole time, how come no one has said anything? I don't know.
Then we'll see the real you.
Ugh, whatever happened to innocent small talk?
Give it 3 years, then we'll see what you have become.
3 years? 3 years, and we'll see what happens. Yeesh, the stream is at like 720p at most. Also, she said give it 3 years and we'll see what happens to Phoenix.
There's something you should know from the start,
which is
the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime.
That's not your screen the problem. That's not my screen the problem? Still lagging a bit, 720p, 480p, wow, it's just that most of you are just 360 or 480. DVD quality.
No, wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright?
Well, I'm saying it's mostly because of everybody else's internet connection. I can try my best to fix it, but it's not going to affect much. It's mostly on the others' internet connections. Otherwise, I'd be at 1080p, 60 frames per second. Everybody would be lagging, I'm sure of it. Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened?
The crime took place yesterday, February 21 at 5:15 p.m.
That's quite specific.
It was in the witness's disposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime.
That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? That somebody saw you kill somebody.
The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
The prosecutor's office, huh? Oh wait, are we gonna go to the prosecutor's office for like the first time?
I was arrested on the spot.
With your case, yeah, the connection. Yeah, connection basically, that's what I mean, so.
I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were.
Well, that's just great. So who was the victim?
An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach.
By you?
Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal.
I see.
Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you?
Uh-oh.
What? Well, Mr. Wright, what does it mean?
Well, it means
the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty.
Your cell has Oh, your cell phone, probably.
They will use any means at their disposal to do so.
This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. We always get the toughest ones, the toughest clients, don't we? So you're the chief prosecutor?
That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell.
That's an awfully large nutshell.
Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact,
wait, her hand. She's revealing her trump card. Her wounded hand.
In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lena? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Yes, I put my hand on the victim, and I went like this, threw my hand into him to make sure that I put all that pressure into him. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose.
How am I supposed to defend this? You don't want to go to school tomorrow? I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Time to change the subject. Wait, she wasn't a class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her?
Emma told you that too, didn't she? Did she?
How would you accidentally cut yourself by stabbing someone else? Good question, CB. I don't know.
Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia.
Hey!
It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students.
Different?
She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me.
Oh. Excuse me?
Intellectually attracted. Lena was at top of her class in school.
I'm glad they said it that way, like, oh, intellectually attracted. Oh.
I was the best there was.
Oh.
I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way.
It sounds a bit different when Emma says it.
Well, Mr. Wright.
And if the wound was made before stabbing. Excuse me?
As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lena? Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lena. I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lena. Oh. Mr. Wright?
Yes?
I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you.
You mean you're requesting my services at your defense?
Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over.
Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lena has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. Days later, hours later, seconds later, hey look! The murderer just left his ID. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm gonna find out what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Huh? About what?
My sister, she's not always like that, you know.
I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again.
She's changed a lot.
You can't follow, can't see the stream for now. Arthur, I'm sorry that you can't follow anything on the stream, I'm sorry.
She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her.
I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. But remember, Arthur, I do have an archive channel. Hopefully that works. Okay, guess what? It does not. Maybe it's not active. Well, it's not there. But I do have an archive channel. Whoops. What happened to her?
I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not.
Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we?
Okay.
Alright, let's go to the parking lot. Look at that parking lot, everybody. Doesn't it look great? So this is the lot where it all happened?
Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello.
Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes? I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there! You expect them to go unnoticed, dear partner?
The partner?
Whoa. Hello. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner.
Mr. Marshall!
Is he cutting his beard with a knife? Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Look here, Bambina. I know how you feel, but this is my gang's cold strike, see?
Strike?
This is our claim, our territory, with another load of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams to cacti out in the desert dream? You want to?
What's this guy talking about? No, really, what is he talking about?
He's drinking fruit juice. You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. That was interesting. Was that, hombre a friend of yours?
Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective.
Who thinks he's a sheriff in the Wild West, it seems. Alright, let's go search this obvious wallet on the floor. What's this, a wallet? Excuse me, officer?
Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright?
What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police.
I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket.
How's that scientific? Sounds like death to me. It somehow seems to work. You're back. So we're borrowing this wallet, everybody.
I'm called to duty already and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay?
By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. For me to steal a wallet.
Okay now. Look at the court record.
I see, I got my badge and my wallet. Whoa, is that a 3D model of a wallet?
Hey, it has the murderer's ID! You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle.
Wait a...
What? Oh, that is so cool! Oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of the button.
Oh my goodness, a 3D wallet. Guys, look. It's a clue.
What should we do with the clue? Should we check it out? Should I zoom in on this beautiful wallet?
Here's the clue. I can barely... It says Bruce Goodman. ID 1882189. No, 1842189. I think that's the ID number. So blurry, like it's in 160p. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. ID 5842189. I was close. How the heck can I read that? With my special eyes. I was very close though. I said 1842189.
See, well, is this scientific investigation useful?
I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. All we did was steal a wallet, so we got his ID.
Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find.
I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Hold on, can I check my attorney's badge? Whoa, that is cool looking. Look at his badge. Oh, let's check it out.
So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safety pin.
If you remember correctly, when the first game got ported to the DS, this was an exclusive and new case that wasn't in the GBA version. Oh, is that true, Joker? Each badge has a number carved into it. Hello, Tramboy, welcome to the stream. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
No, I'd be found out right away.
Well, that's no fun. Yeah, let me give my badge to everybody, right? So everybody knows. So just let me give out my badge to everybody, that's all. By the way, let me check out this badge though. Alright everybody, read this ID number right now. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, his ID. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. How's the game so far? I'm on the 5th case of the first game, I like it. You get to be an attorney and you get to be an attorney. But this is not my number. You're an attorney. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID, Yabba Dab. Yabba Dab? She said dab, and I'm doing that. See, wouldn't that be better? Yabba Dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. It doesn't take much to amuse her. But wait, what about the back, though? Can anybody read this? I see that this over here is 100%. That's all I see, and police department. Yabba dabba doo. Alright, let's go check around this place. I'm sure there's a lot to check out. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look like more of an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Dab equals bad backwards, yes. Well, maybe it's both, kind of a dual purpose? Aha, the theory relativity. What? I've got to write this down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relativity German, or was he British? Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? But Yab equals Bay, of course. Look, a door! This must mean something! It's a door, everybody! I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open, a mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Then we can talk about the door. Oh, a ladder. Ha, a ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? It's scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. So what is it? Is it a ladder or a step ladder? Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. The phone is broken. That must mean something good. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Does it make a difference? An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy, I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. I mean, you're the one who said it, not me. Oh, there's a big old nice car here. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. Oh, I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. He's still cutting his beard. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? He's drinking. Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Prospector? Might just find you a cerveza you like. He just said beer. That's beer in Spanish. Might just find you a beer you like. Prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is, and when for that matter? Note to self, look up Vittles, Saloon, Cerveza. So food, saloon, beer. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. Alright, that can help out a lot.
In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. And he's gone with the wind.
Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Were you two all set?
Do you want to know the name of that detective? No, Phoenix, I'd rather wait till the game tells me first. Oh, she's got jelly donuts on her head. What's this? She couldn't be.
You're selling lunches? Here? This is the crime scene.
Ooh.
Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir?
Yes?
Some crunchy goodness coming at you.
Lady? Thanks. Interesting way of doing business.
This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passersby. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days as the cough-up queen are over.
Cough up? Ew. So we shouldn't eat the food.
You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch.
Oh, but look at the art on that. It's her in chibi form. It's her in chibi form. Joker's going to dinner. We'll have some food over here. There's some food over here that she's passing out.
I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid deeds, secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you?
Oh.
I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective.
What? She quickly changed face. She's like that character from Dragon Ball who changes. Spleep. We don't need to name him Sleep in many different ways. Already have a good time, Phoenix. Go Spleep.
A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about?
Please, Cough Up Queen, tell us what happened.
The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels.
Yes, ma'am. She means it. Yeesh. But hold on, oh wait, I can't examine over at the car anymore? Oh, there was a cell phone on the floor, that's why.
A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox?
She's got pickles and rice. Does anybody eat pickles and rice?
Wow, it's really crunchy.
A box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. About this card.
Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else.
No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective.
And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective.
Why do I always feel like I'm being mocked? Sad pickle lunch, I know.
Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was gonna happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon.
Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason?
You're the defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know that the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Something to make them cough up. Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. Ew! The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, it was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really?
Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star?
It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lena Sky wield that knife so.
Ooh.
Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lena Sky's knife.
Wait a second, you know Lena Sky?
Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder?
That's 2 boxes of sin. Anybody want to eat some sin? Sin looks delicious.
She always travels light.
Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name?
Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No.
What's in the sin? Yeah, well, Arthur said cinnamon. Cinnamon!
Only true connoisseurs can understand.
Ooh, those fish look scary.
The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win.
I don't even want to appreciate part of a trilobite's flavor.
Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there?
The glass-walled booth?
I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him.
Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance.
So to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here.
Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility.
Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kinda like 10-day-old clams in the chowder.
I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past.
That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning. Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, Crawford Queen.
I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but no, I'm not so sure. She's an interesting character, that's for sure. So let's head up to the This is Edgeworth's office. It's Edgeworth's office!
Look at that suit on the left. Is that his old suit? This is the kind of room that screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really.
Thanks.
Look, there's a trophy or something here.
A trophy? What, that shield?
It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk.
Phoenix Wright. You never tire prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Yes! Long time no see, Edgeworth. Long time no see. Long time no see.
Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth!
You know him from somewhere?
Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and I fell faint.
Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor after all. Oh yeah, Edgeworth does like Steel Samurai. You can see the statue right behind him. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk.
No, did I?
I've been known to be known as a real stuck-up jerk.
It was just Mr. Wright here,
Hey, don't blame me.
Well, we're just here to investigate a murder case.
Murder?
A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot.
Huh. That would be my car. What of it? The murder wasn't his car? But look at that smirk, though. Look at that smirk.
Ooh. What? Your car?
I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. Hey Edgeworth, have you seen my badge? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say Edgeworth, I was wondering about this.
And Mr. Wright? Huh?
What?
Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he?
I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth, but then my sister would be found guilty.
If she sighs any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. Edgy, our hearts are melting. Let's check around his room, like the statue.
My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth.
No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Oh, Miss Oldbag. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before.
And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one.
Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy.
Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée?
Nope. I don't think so.
Ooh, cute! What a pretty tea set.
I go more for the instant tea bags myself.
Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction.
There's such a thing as taking a hobby too far, Edgy. Oh, yeah, the windows.
Whoa, what a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor.
I guess you would feel important.
Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds.
So, if Edgeworth feels like doing that, it will take 3.23 seconds to splat. That's handy to know. Also, it's really dark. That's real dark.
Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder.
Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights.
He must have someone get them for him.
Probably. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe?
He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Gumshoe, save me!
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up on my chest, but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. It's nothing. Aw, poor Phoenix. But yeah, let's check out this coat.
Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trowel jacket.
Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it.
I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture.
She's getting way too excited about this. She's gonna sell the picture on eBay. I've been wondering, what the heck is this?
It has a big K on it.
For killer. Prosecutors.
Huh?
What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy.
King of Prosecutors?
It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What, so? So that K, that's...
K stands for king?
Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing.
King of Prosecutors? Kinda like Employee of the Month, only better.
Given to Edgeworth. King of Prosecutors at the PD on the day of the murder. Interesting. Oh, can we check it again?
So that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh?
Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors.
Congrats, King of Prosecutors.
Please, stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield broken off? Now that you mention it, it is. Let's check it out. Let's see the 3D model of a trophy, shall we? There's a hand in the back. Oh wait, what's that in the bottom?
Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here.
Huh, looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it.
Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime.
When she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Von Karma. That was fun, though. Is that all we can search out, just the bottom? But it is broken on one side.
Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa.
Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap.
I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow.
I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working.
I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheeks from the seams. He's so cool.
Sofa hair is cool? Did she just make up she just made up some fan fiction about Edgeworth. The work desk is quite tidy as one might expect.
What a nice desk, easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection.
Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Does he wipe it clean?
Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir.
People writing fanfiction and headcanons in a nutshell.
Basically, I think what Emma was gonna say. After Edgeworth wakes up with sofa hair, Detective Gumshoe looks in and sees his love sitting on the sofa.
Don't, he'll sue you. Alright, let's go have a chat with Edgeworth about his trophy. So basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty.
Huh? Why's that?
I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works?
Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken?
What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about.
Oh, right.
He doesn't seem too concerned about his award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office.
Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday?
Alright, let's go talk. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead and say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less.
No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean...
Wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then?
Yes, sir, Emma Sky. It's nice to meet you again.
Now that didn't sound too forced at all. Now I remember, you've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait! What did you say? Lena Sky's the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow.
You? Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh boy, we're facing against Edgeworth again. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimonies, illegal searches, you name it. Oh yeah, in that case, thanks to you my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. But what? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop.
But...
some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? That's not bronze, is it? It looks more green than bronze. Unless that's really bronze.
Sky, yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right. I remember.
2 years ago? I wasn't even a lawyer yet.
Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me.
It appears I was mistaken.
Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Yeah. Congratulations, Edgeworth, your knife was used in the murder, and he has it for some reason. He's like, I have this knife right here with blood on it. It's my knife. Why the heck are they using my knife? To be specific, it wasn't the knife I keep in the tool. It was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car.
The murder weapon, Edgeworth's knife, in Edgeworth's car. That was where the body was found. There were no fingerprints found on it, though. Edgeworth?
What? Are you sure you didn't do it?
You sure you didn't do it? You sure, Edgy? Edgy. Hold on. Edgy, you sure you didn't do it? Does it look like he did it? I don't know. Is that the face of someone who did it? I think that's the face. So what do you think, Edgeworth, huh? What does the Steel Samurai think? Did you do it? Did you do it? Huh? Come on, can you take a joke?
You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright.
Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder?
Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day?
Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence. Wait, hold on a minute. With the zoom in feature, maybe we can actually find out what it says on the badge. Let's go see. Can anybody read that? I thought with the zoom in feature we could find out what it says, but we can't. Like, I still can't read any of it. I can't read any of that, even with the zoom in feature. It's ridiculous. Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal.
Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words.
Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise.
People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright.
No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Hey, look at that parking stub. He entered the lot at 5:12, so that's when he got back. This is the parking stuff in the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So 3 minutes after he came back. 3 minutes after he came back, the person was dead. Like, let me get away. What can happen in 3 minutes? 3 minutes later.
So the murder happened right after you got back.
What right? I'd appreciate that if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, who's this? Who the heck is this guy?
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
Huh? I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. It was more like a nuclear explosion with his lid.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it?
I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated.
Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement.
Give me your name.
Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins.
Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that race next month.
But sir, I didn't know.
Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on a date. They gave out brains and good luck. Ooh. Phoenix. Right. Yes, sir. He caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now.
Well, let's do what he says, Mr. Wright.
The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. By the way, Edgeworth, what about your knife? I'm busy preparing for tomorrow, and I'm not in the mood for idle banter, especially not with you.
Let's go, Mr. Wright.
Meekins is a sweet boy. Let's look at... I don't have Meekins here. Where's Meekins? I want my Meekins card. Let's see. Lana is 29 and Angel Star is 31. But I don't have the Meekins card. I want the Meekins card. That was crazy, though. Alright, police department entrance. Look, it's the Blue Badger. It's everybody's favorite thing, the Blue Badger. Oh, that's cute.
Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Huh? Hold on, what's that? Oh,
disturbing. Why does it undulate like that?
This is creepy. This is really creepy. Stage builder ideas, the Blue Badger. Oh wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Well, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Ooh, hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get info. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Are you sure you were dancing with this?
I was wondering about that.
What? The dancing Blue Badger is my masterpiece. Detective Gumshoe made this? You made this, Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger fated to dance until he drops.
A work of art, designed by the chief of the detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. Can I check that? Oh wait, I can also examine these things. The blood here. You need a dancing Gumshoe gif?
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild.
Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought. Edgeworth in the woods. Would anybody want that? The blood though, look at all that blood splatter. That crazy blood spatter. And now the parking stop. Miles Edgeworth, 512. This is dated the day of the crime.
The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held about a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair.
Perhaps.
It just goes to show you never know what will happen when you run a yellow light.
Edgeworth is known for being speedy and whatnot. There's nothing in the back. This thing is a lie. And there's the Blue Badger. Okay, we can't examine the Blue Badger. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me.
He watches too much TV. I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals.
Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at those two officers standing over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. You know, that's what they all talk about. Crimes, weather, that's it. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Wanted criminals are like, they have no human faces. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective.
And then I said, hey, if you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy.
That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair. Even Phoenix ships these guys. So weird.
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. It was the dog. Criminals are not humans?
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea why.
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
If that's the real reason, I would love that to be the real reason. Police cars are made after pandas. I would love to see that. Phoenix is a shipper. A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof. It's just a theory, a game theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or they did not have those at your zoo? Alright, let's go show Gumshoe my badge. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge, enough said.
I wish had a bat. I wish had a bat.
I found an error in the text.
I wish had a badge?
There's an error in the text and I thought this game fixes the text errors from the other copies or whatever, I don't know. There's an error, everybody. This game gets a 0 out of 0 for that kind of mistake. This mistake is disgusting. Wait, speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Miss Rowe, it's imperfect. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him.
But what if she's not telling? What if she's not telling the truth?
Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second?
Huh?
Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister.
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time?
Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true, we never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal.
and Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. So let's go show him that ID. Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now remember. Bruce Goodman, he's the victim.
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Gumshoe? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Congrats.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Scott to do such a thing?
Well, wait, I didn't mean... sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth.
As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I can't talk about the Blue Badger.
So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective like myself, Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal? Edgeworth mentioned that too, but Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Scott called him out there to the parking lot. And Layden's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Oh yeah, that case last time. And now the murder's in his car. Well, it all started with the murder at the defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. For forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. Well, what? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Gumshoe? We met the guy who was... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Marshall. He was appointed directly by the chief of police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Wait, what does it say in the end? $20? It's a letter of intro. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Hold on, I have to find out more about this thing on the side. Huh.
Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out.
Maybe it was a letter or something to Gumshoe.
Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros are missing.
No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. He got a bonus of $20? What? Poor Gumshoe. All that work you did, and your bonus is $20. Poor Gumshoe. $20. Oh, poor guy. I wonder, can I present it to him? Oh, he can't talk about it. Okay. I thought he was gonna talk about the $20 he got. Alright, let's head back to the parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleep. Oh, it's Marshall. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, it's her.
Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too.
What happened to the security guard? What? She has more boyfriends?
What? What?
And I can barely get in a relationship myself, and she has 2 boyfriends. Okay then. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
There's something I wanted to ask you.
The scene of the crime, a cold grave from blah, 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 blah. He won't answer anything until we show him the intro letter. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of intro from Gumshoe. Maybe we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say the letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? Letter of invitation. No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe, better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then.
Thanks, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say it won't be needing this anymore. We threw it out. We crumpled up his letter and threw it out. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Let's see, death due to loss of blood, 1 knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So stabbed at 4, died at 5:15.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Scott and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So, there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot?
So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you in Texas for that. Well, everybody, I'm going to Texas. See ya. Getting shot right now.
Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me.
But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge?
No reason.
We're just short on heads right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sour old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? In Texas, I can confirm. Dodging bullets every day. That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Poor Gumshoe. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star shining in the nighttime sky. Oh my goodness, it's a sheriff badge. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark and night.
Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight.
Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. It's not real. What's that, some sort of police passport? This is Goodman's ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene. You got shot then they mitted? Missed. Hit or miss, I guess they never miss, huh? Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas.
I wanna go home, I wanna go home. Ah, toy shield suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe?
Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these.
Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it, they've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell ya. Alright, compadre, count to 3, huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steed came at a trot, real slow like.
Trot?
My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems the chief prosecutor was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for our prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Really? He's gonna do the same thing. Count to 3. I don't want to shoot. Alright, I guess he's not gonna talk anything else. Alright, let's go check the car again. Well, hold on. This is cell phone over here. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yes? Right, let's check it out. Oh, I'm not moving it. The game is selecting the cell phone for me. Oh, look at that cell phone strap.
Man, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different taste, you know.
Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with kids. Let's see what else is on the phone. The back, maybe? The blue button? It opens with the blue button, huh?
This phone is still on the redial screen.
Redial?
Mr. Wright? Those phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things about, like, redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's check this phone out. My generation. What she means by my generation? I guess we're gonna make a call. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. And... wait. Hey, that song, I know that! That's the Steel Samurai theme! Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed read down on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What, is my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. His phone is so old. It's not even a flip phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kinda strange, but someone called me right as we picked the other phone. A wrong number. Wait a minute, was Sky trying to call Phoenix Wright? I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. The last call was made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Oh, let's go check out that car again. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. And defense attorneys get nothing. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 67S 122? There's a name written on the paper above that. Goodman. She got shot many times. Surprised she survived. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. So now we got a memo. Wonder what that means, 67S. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the lunch land car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Don't think about a cow eating a steak. Nah, never. Never. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Stabbed with a knife or closed with a door trunk. Which one will be worse? A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. Wouldn't that be considered cannibalism? Wow. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. So she's saying that in the future, Phoenix is gonna sell burgers. Burgers? Oh, he's not gonna talk about it. Okay, what about the cell phone? My sister's cell phone? The last time it was used was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her day for the night. Why did Lena make that call? And why was my phone ringing at the same time? Let's go check with Edgeworth. He is not here. Edgeworth no here. That's bad. Alright, let's go check to see. She is not here either. Lena's not here. Okay. All that's left is Gumshoe, I guess. Let's see. Autopsy report.
He can't talk about that. What about the cell phone? Can't talk about that either. I didn't want to check that either. Oh yeah, let me check the note though. We can't examine the note. Ah, Edgeward. He's not helping. Why won't he help? Ah, here we go.
So there's no connection between Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
How can you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill wind, someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are
I was gonna say prospectors again.
These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person, but they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky.
What, my sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana Sky is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, by the way, Emma?
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
Oh, was that her phone? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Oh. There has to be something they talked about. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh man, to be continued. Oh, what a case so far. And my apologies, but I'm gonna end here for tonight. I am getting a bit sleepy because this weekend has been a long weekend after watching Endgame, then shenanigans with friends and whatnot. Did you know I slept for like 10 hours? 11 hours? I slept for a long time and I'm still tired. Either way, I will catch you all on Tuesday. My next stream will be on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am a sleepy sleuth for sure. I will continue more stuff on Tuesday. Probably the next part of Chain of Memory, since apparently I still got more to do. So, until then, everybody. Catch you next time. Thanks for coming for this short stream. I'm sorry.